You're listening to Mitch's 미친 영어 audio podcast. This is the official audio podcast companion to Mitch's 미친 영어 application, as well as Mitch's daily English Naver blog and Facebook page. Improving your English listening skills one podcast at a time.
I find on rainy days memories I've stowed away of you, and the thought still thrills me. Hope you kept a piece of me. Display it on your mantelpiece. When time forgets and dust collects, at least you still get to hold me.
It's the week of Friday, May 10th. Hello, everybody. My name is Mitch. This is my podcast. Welcome to it. Mitch's 미친 영어, crazy English. English is crazy, so am I. That's why I have this podcast. And this podcast is where we talk about things in English, 100% English. That may be a little bit scary to you if this is your first time. Welcome. If it's your first time listening, you might be a little confused because if you got this podcast on maybe Podtea or some Korean podcast site, you probably are a little confused right now. Why is this in English? Why is this in English? Well, because English is crazy, and so are we. If we're going to practice English, we have to be crazy about it. We have to do 100% English all the time, okay? I've said this before, but let me say it again. If you are learning English in Korean, that is to say your teacher is Korean, or you're reading blogs or listening to podcasts that are mostly they're speaking Korean, teaching you English with Korean, that is not the best use of your time, your money, your energy. That is not going to help you to learn English. It actually hinders you, I believe, and I've said this many times. I think it hurts your English ability. Okay, when you want to learn another language, the best way is to jump in 100% in English. I've said this before in my 10 tips. If you go to my homepage at mitchininenglish.com, you can see the 10 tips there where I tell you 10 ways for you to learn English faster, more efficiently, saving time, saving money, saving energy. Okay, if you go to my website, you can download it. You put your email address in there, and I'll give you that PDF. I'll send it to you for free. That's all in Korean. If you want to read those same things on my blog, go to Mitch's Daily English. Just search Naver or Facebook or Google search it. Mitch's Daily English. If you go to my blog, there, I also have my 10 tips. They're listed there as well, okay? And one of those 10 tips is jump right in 100% in English, only English. Don't try to learn English with a Korean teacher, okay? If you're a Korean teacher teaching English, I'm sorry. It's just not the best way. I mean, you can be Korean and teach English. That's not what I'm saying. But most Korean teachers, they teach English using Korean language. Okay, and I know why. Because you get more students that way, right? I actually have less students than if I would speak Korean. I saw an ad recently about Tyler. Tyler, the guy from Bijongseong Hwaedang, and he's doing this new English program now. He's got a podcast as well, and in that on the ads, he's always speaking Korean. He's teaching in Korean because his Korean is great, and that's wonderful for him. It's not so good for you, though, okay? It is good that he can speak Korean well, but I guarantee when he learned Korean, his teachers were not speaking English, okay? Because when you go to the Oakdang in Korea, and you go to Korean class anywhere, even Hagwon. I went to a Hagwon once to learn Korean, and the teacher never spoke English. People don't speak English there. You've got Chinese kids there. You've got Japanese people there. You've got people from all different countries learning Korean. And so the teacher doesn't speak English. The teacher speaks Korean. Makes common sense, right? So why is Tyler teaching English by using Korean? Okay, that's the question. Well, the answer is because he can get more students. Okay, and that is a decision I had to make when I decided to do my blog and my podcast, is if I'm going to do some things in Korean, because if I did, I would get more students, right? Koreans love to hear foreigners speak Korean. They love it. Okay, so I could get more people. If I was on my blog, if I was on my podcast, my YouTube videos, if I was speaking Korean, I would get a lot more viewers, a lot more followers. Okay, it's just the way it is. But I made a decision because it's not good for you. It's not helping you. Okay, Tyler can do it if he wants to, but I'm telling you, it's not going to help your English improve nearly as fast as if you would just commit to listening and studying and reading 100% in English. Okay, that's just the fastest way to learn. Okay, it is. And you can learn by studying through Korean, but it's not going to be as fast. Your pronunciation won't be as good. You're not going to learn, you learn little phrases here and there, but you're not learning the overall language. Okay, it's like a baby, as I've said before. Little babies, they don't come out speaking English. They come out listening. They come out listening, and they listen for several years, just listening, kind of mimicking sounds here and there, and then suddenly they can speak. They can speak. And the reason is because they immersed themselves 100% in English. Okay, they weren't mixing, they weren't learning. I didn't teach my daughter. So my daughter actually speaks Korean and English, okay? She's learning both because she's in both cultures, in both languages. She's immersed in both. That's possible. Okay, kids. I read an article that said kids can learn as many languages as you can teach them. Okay, the brain, the human brain, for children, not for adults, but for children, it can absorb, hundreds of languages. Technically, it could learn many, many, many languages. But the problem is we can't, teach them that many languages. We can't immerse them in that many languages. We don't have that much time, But my daughter, we try to immerse her in Korean school, and she also goes to an English school. So she's in both cultures, in both languages. We take her to America sometimes. We take her, of course, we live here in Korea. So she's immersed in both. She's learning both simultaneously. For her, it's possible, okay, because she's immersed in both cultures. Now, what I don't do is, and my wife doesn't sit down with my daughter and try to teach her English using Korean, speaking Korean to her and then teaching her some English words, phrases. We don't do that because it's useless. It's not going to help. She's not going to be able to speak English better because of that. Okay, so why do we do it as adults? Why do we sit down in a class with a Korean teacher teaching us English using Korean language? Okay, why do we watch YouTube videos of Korean teachers teaching English using Korean? I've seen, have you seen this Africa TV before? Africa TV, I thought about a long time ago before I did YouTube, I thought about joining Africa TV and teaching there, but then I realized if you look up, 영어 공부 or English study there, there's not many, okay, and there's a few what they call BJs who are generally very attractive women, young women who wear very tight clothes, not many clothes at all, and they speak 99.9% Korean, and then once in a while they'll throw in an English phrase, and they'll kind of teach you an English phrase. Mostly they're just rambling in English, and they're trying to look sexy, trying to look cute. Why? What's the reason? Because they can make money, okay? They're making money by getting, 풍선? They get some balloons. I don't know how it works, but you get points. People donate. They pay you. They give you tips based on their feeling, not anything, not that they're learning anything. It's their feeling. They're attracted. They think you're pretty. They like you, that kind of thing. So they give you tips. That's how that system works, okay? And YouTube is similar. Of course, you're not giving money on YouTube, but advertising, the more viewers someone gets, the more advertising money they get. So basically, if you are looking at videos that are just because the person is attractive, good looking, or, that kind of thing, or because it's easier, they're speaking Korean and it's very, comfortable for you, well, that's fine, but let me tell you, it's not going to help your English. It's not helping your English, right? It's like this, okay? If you went to the gym, consider going to the gym, okay? You want to work out, you want to lose weight, you want to get in shape, and you go there and you say, okay, I'm going to pick this trainer. This trainer, she's a very beautiful young woman. I like beautiful young women, so I'm going to choose this trainer, and I'm going to go to the gym, and I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to watch her exercise. I'm going to watch her. She's going to teach me how to exercise. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to join. I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to watch her because she's so beautiful. Look at her squats. That's nice. That's not going to help you're not going to lose weight. You're not going to build muscle by just sitting down and watching your trainer explain how to exercise. Doesn't matter how beautiful she is. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, don't just look for English learning opportunities that are comfortable, are easy to look at, easy to watch. You need to challenge yourself if you really want to learn English. That's why I make this podcast. Okay, that was a long way to say, welcome to the podcast. This is what we do here. We talk about things in English 100% so that you can improve your English. And by the way, if you go to my blog, Mitch's Daily English, and you follow it every day, read my blog posts every Monday through Friday, just a little bit here, a little bit there. They're not long, very short. Watch the videos that I post there. Pay attention to the cultural things that I'm posting. These are current, modern things that I'm talking about. If you do that every day, a little bit every day, your English will improve a lot, and this podcast will be much easier to understand and follow along with. Okay, it's a whole thing. If you do it all, it will really help your English. And of course, I have my application, which is 현지영어. If you go to my website, you can download it for free, and there I have many things for free there. And also, if you become a subscriber, monthly subscriber, you can get access to all of my video lessons where I teach you conversational-based, dialogue-based lessons, how to speak like a native English speaker. That's for those of you who really, really want to commit some time and get involved in studying and being able to speak English like a native English speaker. It's all there for PC. There's a PC version. There's an Android version. Someone just asked me today on the Kakao Plus 친구 that someone asked me, they sent me a message and said, is there an iPhone version? The answer to that is no. My programmer was going to make an iPhone version, but when you make Android and iPhone versions, the problem is you have to keep updating them because the maker, iPhone and Galaxy, they keep changing their systems. And so every time they change their operating systems, you have to update the apps for those systems, and it's a lot of work. And so what my programmer is now currently doing, he is making a web-based version that you can just access on any web browser, and it'll work just like the app, but it'll work in a web browser. So you can use it on PC, you can use it on Mac, you can use it on Galaxy, you can use it on iPhone, you can use it anywhere. And so that'll be much better, and that's coming soon. He's working hard on it now, so stay tuned. I'll let you know when that is available. But in the meantime, you can download the PC version or Galaxy version. All right? Well, that's a lot of stuff, a lot of things to talk about, but let me tell you, I'm telling you, if you want to study English, you have to understand that learning in English, 100% in English, is the best way, the fastest way. It is not the easiest way, okay? It is not the most simple way. It's not the most comfortable way, okay? But same thing with exercise. Sitting down is a lot easier than doing push-ups, sit-ups, squats, lunges. But those things are the things that are going to help you. They're going to push you, and you're going to lose weight, and you're going to improve. Okay, that's what you need. You need to be pushed. We all need to be pushed. Me too. I hate exercise. I need someone to push me to do it because I don't like doing it. I need a trainer. I don't have a trainer, but maybe I should get one. But I'm doing it. I'm exercising. These days I've been working out, trying to stay in shape, get in shape, okay, because we all have to do these things. We all have to push ourselves, challenge ourselves, and that kind of thing. Well, I try to make it fun. I try to make it fun for you. I'm hoping that through this podcast, through my blog, you can learn English, push yourself 100% in English, but still in a fun, relaxed way. You know, that's why we talk about things that are interesting, modern, current, things that are happening in culture today. So let's continue and let's get into that with entertainment reviews.
I sure don't want you back. We ain't no perfect match, but sometimes I imagine you here. Oh, we left until we showed that we tried to get straight out. It's those little things that